Greetings, everyone, and welcome to today's press conference. Over the past few months, the Strengthening Police Community Partnerships Council, along with members of the City of Erie Police and Fire Departments, have engaged the Erie community. Once every couple weeks, they have spent about 4 hours giving free ice cream cones, interacting with people in their neighborhoods, and building trust by talking and listening. And the firefighters have also been opening up fire hydrants for community members of all ages, but mostly younger people, to run through the water. This has been a welcoming experience during our hot summer. We have held 6 community outreach events at 15 city locations so far this summer. They were sponsored by the Police Athletic League, or PAL for short, the Community Outreach Program, or COP, and PAL and COP are both police programs. The Strengthening Police Community Partnerships Council was also involved, that's SPCP. Funding for these events was provided by the city's nonprofit CAFE, which stands for the Culture, Arts, and Festivals of Erie. Today, we want to showcase our final summer event, which will take place next Wednesday, August the 25th, from noon to 3:30 p.m. It'll be at 2 city parks, one on the east side and one on the west side. Many people outside City Hall are also very involved in these events. It's a collaborative effort. Here to tell you more about the event next Wednesday is District Attorney Jack Danieri, who is a member of the SPC Council. Attorney Danieri.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You know, it's been quite a challenging year for a number of reasons, but certainly in the area of police and community relations, I don't think that Erie has ever had such a challenge in its history. In fact, I know it has not. And I commend yet again the mayor of this city and Kathy Dahlkemper, the county executive for Erie County, on the foresight and the recognition that this is an issue which we can no longer shy away from. This is an issue, the continuing issues, that we must meet head on. So when it comes to the specific issue of strengthening police and community relations, the continuation of the work previously done, but now really owned by this mayor and everyone that works for him and the partners in the community, the Strengthening Police Community Partnership has done fantastic work. As part of the council, I witnessed the enthusiasm that comes with everyone sitting at the table, running ideas up the flagpole and deciding, you know what, this would be a good thing to do. So it's the partners, as the mayor mentioned, that become critical in strengthening these relationships. You know, we can talk about doing it again and again and again, but I think the people of Erie, and I think across America, but certainly Erieites, say, you know what, show us what you have. Come out to the community. You want to strengthen relationships? Come out to the community and meet us. Shake our hands. And that's exactly what the SPCP and PAL and COP and the Erie Fire Department and all the other partners in this mission, in this initiative, have been doing. And it is so commendable, not only because it's the right thing to do, but it's also the enthusiasm that comes with it. I'll tell you, I've been at the locations, some of the locations where the event has taken place, where the police are there, the fire department is there. You want to see some magic on a summer day? Watch the fire hydrants get opened up and fire shooting out, the water shooting out, and the kids just playing in the water on a hot summer day. These are things, these are video takes that you put in when you want to compile something that says Erie is a great place to be. Look at the interaction between these officials, these law enforcement, these fire department people, and look at their interaction with the citizens and the kids, the future of Erie. And I think that is so magic. I often say that, like, you want to see it, come out and watch the magic happen at these locations. And it has throughout this summer. It's just tremendous. And I'm very proud that the district attorney's office is part of it. But I think more important, on a bigger question or a bigger scale, It's the notion that, okay, we have a situation, as I said, an issue, and we need to do something about it. We need to meet it head on, which, as I said, we were trying to do. But here's the other thanks that goes out to not just fire department, PAL, district attorney's office, the centers, the UECDC, so on. It's not just the thanks to them for being an active part of this community outreach. It's thanks to the citizens for being there. Thanks for bringing your children out to say, or to interact with police and interact with the mayor and interact with people that they don't normally or would not normally interact with, district attorneys, lawyers, things like that. And yet here we are again and again and again throughout this summer watching that happen, where the community has stepped up. Because remember, there's always been this claim that you know, you have to reach out, you have to step up as part of this process. Yes, and we've always said this is a two-way street, right? Well, thanks to the community as well for stepping up and being a part of this. It's something to see, as I said, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. And speaking of individuals who are a part of the SPCP, behind me you'll see Tyshon Taylor, who is an instrumental part of things that are going well, particularly at the YMCA in the program that he works there. But also when I think, and we've talked about it a lot, that he and I would be out together, and then there's no doubt that he and myself and a whole group of other people, Mr. Outlaw, who the community looks at it and probably is wondering, well, what's going on? I think those questions are kind of going by the wayside now. I think the community recognizes, you know what, this mayor's office, this county executive's office, they're all about getting out there and putting your energy into what you keep talking about. And again, it's also the energy and the feedback that we are receiving from the community that makes this go on in such a, I think, enthusiastic way. So again, this next week, I should say, Roger Young Park, noon to 1:30, and then Bayview Park, 2 to 3:30, will be the final two events for the summer. And as I like to say all the time, come out and watch the magic happen and watch that interaction and see how good you feel about the future of Erie and the relationship between the police, the fire department, and the community. With that, I'll turn it over to, again, my partner at these events, Tyshon Taylor.
Good morning. I guess I would say this, being a part of this program, the goal for me is, as far as community police relations, is to make sure that the community can trust the people who serve them. So, and by doing that, I think you have to show the community appreciation, especially the young people. I remember when I was young, my dad used to take the ice cream truck around every neighborhood, and used to just make sure all of them get ice cream for free. Every single low-income neighborhood, all the projects. And I was just so amazed by that. And he would walk it. He wouldn't drive, he would just walk with the ice cream truck until they got to the bridge. He would get a ride over the bridge. Then he'd continue walking through the Harbor Homes projects. And it was just amazing to me how the kids felt appreciation. And I remember he used to wake us up like 6 in the morning and take like 30, 40 kids to pick berries. And we would go pick raspberries and strawberries, and we'd be out there for like 4 or 5 hours. And we'd come back and we have all these bags of berries, and my mom would make like raspberry dumplings or pies or something, and we'd get all these gallons of ice cream. We'd have a little fire pit, and he had all the kids loved him, and because he showed appreciation. He's like this, like I'm a part of the street dance. He started the street dance in the late '70s, and he give out prizes and for the best dance contests and whatever singing groups or whatever. I was just I just learned from that, showing appreciation. He would fill a pickup truck up with candy bars and candy and have relay races and push-up contests, and all the kids respected him and showed appreciation. So I said that, I say this, I got a little brother who coached football at the Metro League. I think it's the Bob Sanders League. Every day they practice, he feed them. He feed all the kids afterwards. After they win a game, he take them to maybe I forgot the name of this place, like a Jumpy House place, or last week he took them to Chuck E. Cheese. But those kids love him, and they go out there and play hard for him every week, because he makes sure they eat after practice and before. He makes sure they have a good time after the game. They ain't lost yet though. But put it like that. That's how hard they playing for him, and just showing those kids appreciation. So instead of, for one, we want to show the city that a different perspective. We're not. The other cities around and other states around the country is not our reality. We want to make that clear. That's not our reality, because it's not a mystery what we see in other cities and other states as far as police brutality and all that. We want to keep that out of here, and we don't ever want that to be a part of representing Erie County. So my thing is, let's show the kids appreciation. Let's show the community appreciation. You show the community and these kids appreciation, they show their appreciation back to you. For one, they should know the cops or the police on there that patrol their neighborhood by names. They should know that. They should know and be comfortable to say their names. Be comfortable to say, hey, Officer Pete, hey, Officer such and such, such and such, and come up and shake your hand, and and vice versa. It should be. You shouldn't have to, the police shouldn't have to, you see a group of people standing around, it shouldn't be, hey, what you guys doing? You pop out and say, hey, what's going on? Did y'all see the game last night? You build that relationship up. And with this program through this year, and I think last year we or before, I don't know if it was pandemic, what was that, this year or last year we started this? Last year. We seen a lot of appreciation with this. And especially with the fire department coming out this year and using the whole, I remember we was out on Buffalo Road. We had people stopping, jumping out, grown people, just running through the water. It was crazy. It was people from out of town that wasn't even from here that start videoing it, and saying they wanted to show the people from their neighborhoods what we was doing and put pressure on their cities. So what we did and what we're doing, I think, is beneficial for both parties, the police and the community. And the goal is to build that relationship. And like Jack said, the final events are the 25th. I know it's Roger Young and what's the other place? I don't have the paper on it.
Bayview Park.
Bayview Park. What's the times again? I want to reiterate that.
Noon to 1:30 at Roger Young and 2 to 3:30 at Bayview.
So come out and let us show you some appreciation, and maybe you can give a little appreciation back to the officers, the fire department, and the rest of the community that helped out. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Jack and Tyshon. Really appreciate it. Your partnership and your commitment to building a relationship between the Erie Police, Erie firefighters, and the people of Erie. And I learned some things about your dad, Tyshon, that I didn't know before. I hope that Erie Police and firefighters can get the same response from these kids that your dad did. That would be ideal. These events are really building strong relationships for Erie residents, especially minorities, with Erie police officers and firefighters. I feel bad that my schedule has not permitted me to attend every one of these events this year, but those that I have attended have been really uplifting and inspirational. The events are really helping us to realize our vision, build opportunity, restore hope, transform Erie. Many local groups are involved, as both Jack and Tyshon talked about, in making these events truly transformational. I want to give a special thank you to several of them here, so bear with me. First, of course, is the PAL program and the COP program, both kind of city police department programs, but also the NAACP, the Martin Luther King Center, the Booker T. Washington Center, the Quality of Life Learning Center, the SPCP Council, the Boys and Girls Club, the Housing Authority of the City of Erie, and District Attorney Jack Denieri's office, which has actually provided us with the funding for this final event. Thank you very much for that, Jack. Really appreciate it. These 10 groups I just mentioned played a vital role in all 7 of these events this year. We could not do this without all of them. Remember, next week's event is Wednesday, August 25th. It will be at Roger Young Park, which is located at 1750 Buffalo Road, from noon to 1:30 p.m., and then at Bayview Park on West 2nd between Cherry and Walnut Streets from 2 to 3:30 p.m. So come out, have a bite to eat, run through the fire hydrant, shower, and most importantly, engage in conversations and get to know our police officers and our firefighters. We hope to see you there. That concludes this week's press conference. Until next time, be sure to follow us on social media for the latest updates for all that's happening in the city of Erie. Thanks for watching today. Okay.